Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Mandy. I'm going to do a little bloom. I already have some paints open that need to be used. And the only downside is I went to go get my regular white pillow paint and I don't have any like decanted. So I just did a negative space swipe with this Sherwin paint. And I hate to use it in a bloom because I'm just going to end up covering it up. But I'm going to do that. So this is Amalfi. It's a weird name, but it's a really cool color. So this is an 8-inch round. I also realized that I'm used to a lot thicker pillow paint, so it might be a lot easier for me to blow it out, but I'm not sure how well it'll hold its composition. I mean, I know people use Sherwin all the time and have a great composition, but my paints are a little thick compared to this pillow. So yeah, probably don't need as much as I have down because it will spread a lot faster because again, it's thinner. So just making a giant mess. So it's a pretty color though. So this is an 8-inch MDF round. Obviously the bigger you go, the harder they are. So this is a good size for me to practice on right now. I get my MDF rounds usually from the same person all the time. She's super great and her prices are very reasonable. So I have her listed below. I also get cradled wood rounds from LoliVefe. So when I am more in make something pretty versus practicing mode, I use cradled wood rounds quite a bit. But there's so much paint in the middle here. Okay. Anyway, let me show you my colors. I normally put a regular acrylic color down first because I don't want all this like white paint showing through. But since we are obviously using colored pillow, it's not necessarily as serious, but I think I still will. So yeah, I have a couple of colors out that like honestly could be a puddle and a bloom, and that's probably all they got left. So Cobalt Teal from Glidden, love this color. I like it a lot better than regular teal. Not that there's anything wrong with regular teal. It is a little thin. It's also not as opaque as regular teal. So this color is what this color is. Willow blue. Ooh, it's really thick. Maybe not willow blue. We'll see. I'm gonna thin it with a little Sonja, but it's really thick to be in a bloom where the pillow is that thin. So I'm not sure that it's gonna make the cut. Let me see. Just thinning it down a little bit. It's been mixed up for who knows how long. It might just be too sludgy for this. Let me see. So maybe not willow blue. I have the tiniest bit of Tropical Splash left. It's also a little thick. I love this color though. It's so beautiful. It's blurry. So, but it's also a little thick. I'm gonna put the tiniest bit of Sonja in there, just set it down a little bit, only because we've got this crazy thin pillow. All right, so there's a little bit of that in there. And goodness gracious, that's just a little bit. I have more colors over here. So let's put a little interference green down. Interference green from Colourarte. It's a great color. I think I might have this zoomed in a little too much. It's trying to autofocus and struggling. So I'm just gonna drizzle a little of this guy on here. Try to just make this pretty simple. Oh, there's a blobby in that paint. And I don't know where it went, so it's probably staying there. And this is Bluegrass. This, I just saw blobby in that paint too. What is the deal? You know, you want to do something that takes 15 minutes and there's a problem with everything. Bluegrass from Colourarte. Don't forget about the description box. There's discount codes, especially for Colourarte, that you can save 20% off of anything on the website. And depending on when this video comes out, there is a summer sale that will temporarily give you 25% off with my coupon. So that's pretty cool. And there's also a really cool thing on the website. Oh no, okay. Where you can search for Eddie the Emu by searching around on the site. And if you find him and you put him in your cart, it saves you, I think, 25%, or not 25%, $25 off your cart. And you can use a coupon code on top of that. So it's new every day, and that's a really cool perk, obviously. And I really want to use this color, it's too thick. But yeah, it's kind of intended to help everyone familiarize themselves with the new color library, the master color library, which is amazing. So if you want a hint about where you might potentially find Eddie, I would be checking for him in there. All right, now I'm gonna put a little bit of French Lilac. I have like 15 paints over here, and I did use quite a bit of, so this is also a little thick, but beautiful color from Colourarte. I'm just gonna drizzle this guy, and then we're gonna go ahead and, oh, that's not really drizzling, that's a lot, and it's thick. It would be so great if I had time to like pre-mix colors and let them sit and all that jazz. You know, I just don't always have time for that. So bubbles are a thing. All right, Tropical Splash is now gonna go on. And it's a little thick, but we're gonna go ahead and use this guy up. My thought is that this color will be really beautiful. Kind of, it won't be super dominant, it'll let some color peek through, but I love this color. And then I'm gonna do a little bit of blue black. I'm gonna use a white cell activator. I've got way too much paint in the center here, so I'm gonna have to really blow to get it to spread out, unfortunately. So I'm gonna put a little bit of red violet from Matisse. I really love the way Matisse red violet and blue black look in a bloom together. So I'm gonna swirl them around a little bit. And I'll put some blue black in the middle there. I was gonna put more of the Cobalt Teal at the top, except for I think I just have too much paint on here now. So better not overdo it. So we used up Tropical Splash. We didn't quite use up Bluegrass, so you can probably expect to see him again. I mean, you're gonna see all of them again eventually, right? But okay. This is, all of my paint is like magically now very thick. Super annoying. Of course, it doesn't help that when I start painting, I leave it all open like this. You know, I mean, that's probably part of the reason. And here I am saying I wasn't gonna do it, and I did it. Rebel. All right. I'm doing titanium white cell activator from Graham. Graham actually. I get it from Blick. Well, the paint I get from Blick. I always mix my cell activator with Australian Floetrol I get from Pixel Paint Designs. There's a link below and a 10% discount for Australian Floetrol. She ships from the US. Super great. It's also where I get my boom gels. So, and if you are new here, I took the Sheleeart course a long time ago. There's a discount code in the description box. But I am still not super great at blowing out blooms with my own lungs. I was kind of bad at it, so I just kind of used different blowers and all that, and I've been determined to get better at it. So yeah, so you're practicing with me. All right, big breath. We want to blow out the circle in the center, and then you want to pick your head up as you're coming up. Uh-oh. Whew. Okay, it's been tough ever since I had COVID. Okay, let me move a little bit of this. Oh crap, I don't have enough right here. Crap. This is a bad idea, what I'm about to do. But yikes, I just really screwed up. It actually could have been a lot worse. I was running out of white in the center, and unfortunately I was gonna have a big mess there unless I did that, and I may still have a mess there, but hopefully not as bad. Yikes, that really screwed things up, me adding that white. And it really kind of messed up the center. I may have to go again, but what sucks is that Tropical Splash was like the coolest color. Let me try something. And now I'm out of it. So the only other thing I could do is maybe kind of embellish it a little bit, but I kind of want to see the bloom on its own merits, you know? So, I don't know, let me give it a second and see what develops. Every once in a while, I can get away with adding that randomly like that, but that didn't work great. We still have quite a bit in the center, and my center's not moving, so that's weird. So let me do something with it just in case it doesn't turn out at all.
Oh, you guys are way zoomed out. Whoa. There we go. It's still really weird. Hold on. Okay. Okay, hopefully it doesn't get blurry. Oh my gosh, sorry about my finger there. I almost spilled a bunch of paint just now.
Okay, so the only thing I might be able to do is like, let's see. I don't really like that though. Let me see if I can undo that. I don't really like that. And my fingers are too big. And they're covered in paint. Huh, this is not going well, guys. Maybe I should have left that alone. I may end up scraping this, but that sucks because that color is so cool. And it would look so pretty with this. But this right here is really messy. So, and it's gonna just stretch out and be messy. So I don't know, let's see. I love that color. And like, I know the purpose was to use up old paint, but this center is crap. Like everything else about this is so pretty, but that is not pretty. And that color would have been incredible with these colors. Urgh. But this is just like, even if I were to embellish it, I'm not great at this. I know some of you guys are like skewer masters, but it's like, I like the center of the blooms to kind of look the way they do. So it's hard for me to like embrace the skewering. Yeah, I just can't. I love everything about it except for this, which is where my eye goes immediately. Man, I really don't want to scrape this, but I'm gonna. Bye, pretty blooming. Okay, let's try this again really fast. Man, that tropical splash with that pillow in the background and those other colors was the coolest. And we're not gonna see it on this one. I'll tell you what though, this color is gonna become a fan fave of mine. But part of why that was so difficult is some of the paint in the middle was very thick. Whoa, did y'all see that? That was crazy. And yeah, so it was thick, and I had this one part around the circle where I blew too hard, and so I kind of had to go to the other side, and that's what caused me to not be able to get it all the way around. So, you know, it is what it is. But let's go again real quick because I gotta clean this stuff up. So, and I'm just gonna have to use whatever colors I have out. So, Cobalt Teal. I don't even remember what order I went in. I really don't. Whoa, hello. How you doing, Cobalt Teal? Oh, that's good enough. And then I know we did some interference green. I don't remember where it was in the equation. But we'll throw some on there. We did some Bluegrass. You might as well use up the Bluegrass. It's still really thick. Yikes. Don't remember using that much Bluegrass. I'm so bummed because that tropical splash color was so cool. Now it's going to be very bluegrassy because I just used up the rest of the Bluegrass. Which I love Bluegrass, don't get me wrong. Oh man. You know when you try to do things quickly, it's like a recipe for disaster? Or does that happen to anyone else? Just me. Just got Bluegrass in my interference green. Okay. So we have the French Lilac. I'm so bummed about that color. So French Lilac, we're just going to do a little bit, especially because it's so thick. Okay. French Lilac. I have some other colors over here. It's not going to be the same because that color was a frosty pastel-y blue. But I have Caribbean Mist over here. It really needs to be mixed. So give me just a second. Man, am I bummed about that, you guys. Ooh, this is so separated from being mixed for so long. This is another one of my favorite colors. So anyway, while I'm mixing this, with Eddie the Emu, if you sniff around in that master library on Colourarte's website, for one, you can see there's like over 300 colors. And I have a lot of Colourarte, and I didn't have all of them, and I was like, whoa. I mean, it was like Christmas looking around in there. So you can go in there and sniff around and like build your wish list of colors you like. But if you happen to find Eddie, you add him to your cart, the 25 bucks off. So if you've been like wanting to try out interference colors, PrizmPour, resin art, I mean, what a great time. And that's in it, you still get the 20% off, so cool. So Caribbean Mist. It's mixed up. It looks like it's in a mixture that's really glossy, so I'm nervous now about using it up toward the top, but here we are doing it. The reason for that, if you're new here, is sometimes if your mix is really glossy up near the top, your piece sometimes doesn't dry the same as it is wet. It's super irritating. So if I find that, if that happens once, it really makes me gun shy until I figure out what I did to mix it wrong. Sometimes it's like not bad quality paint, it's just super high gloss paint base. So like Bear Dynasty, I love it as a base for blooms, but it is so high gloss that if I use it with high gloss paints, I have challenges. So I have to be mindful of that when I'm mixing. All right, so there's Matisse, Australian Red Violet. We'll do a little blue black. Okay. My blue black is so thick, I need to mix up some more. I'm almost done with this one, so I need to put some in the center. Sometimes if you do your cell activator directly over pigments, your middle gets fuzzy. So if you're finding that either your paint's too thin or it just, your cells are not going to be as well defined when you're blowing out your cell activator right over pigments. So just keep that in mind. That's one of the reasons I do what I do, to have some acrylic paint on the top, because of that very reason. Okay, let's try again. I really don't want this to end with a Hot Mess Express bloom. So, oh my gosh, I'm so dirty because I took my gloves off. Okay, here we go. Too much paint, and it's not in the center. Stupid. Man, that was gonna be a beautiful bloom too. Stupid snafus. Okay. And the thing is, I honestly had put a little too much cell activator on the last time. I just had kind of a blow issue. So target, you want to blow into the target, pull your head back as you blow to make it larger, right? Thick paint. Good grief. Didn't do great right there, but I think we can live that down. Man, it makes me lightheaded. It's funny, ever since I had COVID, like when I blow these out, it's like it makes you so lightheaded for a second. All right. All right, so a lot more bluegrass on this one. And not perfect composition, but okay. I keep trying to deal with these ribbons, but my paint's so thick, I'm just probably gonna mess it up. So let me just pop a couple bubbles. We'll spin it, see what happens. It's not as pretty as the first one, but it is pretty. And yeah. Okay, let's spin and see what happens. Oh, that's a lot more paint than I expected to come off of there. It's pretty. Ooh, what is happening here? Paint blobby, you little jerk. Messing up our bloom. I think it's okay to call paint a jerk. Maybe not people, but paint. The good thing about these stupid bubbles is if they pop and the pillow shows through, at least the pillow's pretty and not just white. But we obviously want to get as many as we can. Oh man. The colors are beautiful together. The bluegrass took over a little bit, but it's a beautiful color, so we're not mad at it. Whoa. Ooh, that just went all over me and the floor. So, yikes. I'm gonna have to clean that up. And pretty quickly too. Okay, I don't hate that. Let me give it one more spin. And then I'll bring you guys down for a close-up. I mean, I'm not mad at it. It's not as, it doesn't have as much potential as the first one did. But the Caribbean Mist definitely helped bring that softer blue color in. Pop these stupid bubbles in a second, but let me give it one more spin. And I gotta get this paint off the floor. Oh crap, look at this guy right here. We probably need to let that alone. One more spin. Man, you forget how much thinner this paint is until it goes flying, and then you're like, wow. But it kind of helped because it helped that stretch out and get rid of the weird edges. So I am covered with paint. So let me bring you down. I think we have enough off. Let me bring you down for a close-up.
Be right with you.
Okay, so here we go. I think this little guy redeems the first one, although as much as I love Caribbean Mist, that Tropic Splash was gonna be amazing with those colors. So now I'm probably gonna have to mix it up again. But I love red violet and blue black together in a bloom. They're both so dramatic and pretty. So here it is from a distance, and here it is up close. So here's that Caribbean Mist, so pretty. The Bluegrass. Again, like sometimes using up old paint is just a lot of fun because you look at those cells right there. You combine things that maybe, like you may not have like mixed them up to do that on purpose, but sometimes when you just have so many things mixed up, you start kind of piecemealing things together. So you gotta let me know what you think. I love these colors. And I love that I have a lot more successes than failures when it comes to blowing out blooms myself. There's still a crap load of stupid bubbles in there, but in the grand scheme of things, you guys, like I'm so excited to finally be making some progress. I posted in the Sheleeart group that I feel like a grown-up, that after I've practiced this for 2 years, I finally can start to see progress. Because honestly, I'm really bad at not being good at things. And so if it was hard for me, I just was like, you know what? I'm going to use a hairdryer. And I just didn't try a lot because I didn't want to fail all the time. So yeah, let me know what you think. Don't forget about the description box. All my social media links are below. Facebook group, all that jazz. Don't forget about the discounts. And I appreciate you guys so much. If you're new, please like, subscribe, let me know you're here. Thank you all for all your support. I appreciate you guys so much. And thanks for hanging out as I practice. Bye.